Good morning and welcome to the At Home with Roby show. I'm Ashley Davis along with Trent Haston, President and CEO of the Roby family of companies. We're your hosts. Thanks for spending your Sunday morning with us. Whether you're in the car or on the couch, you're always at home with Roby. Visit us today at andrewroby.com. That's Andrew, ROBY.com. Or you can always call us at 704-334-5477. Trent, we got a great show coming up. We're going to be joined in a little bit by Reed Harkey from Harkey Tile and Stone. It's an incredible weekend. It's 60-some degrees in the middle of January. People are outside. We're going to have a great conversation with Reed about outdoor kitchens. You want to stay with us. If you can't stay with us, go to the website, give us a phone call. We'll get you Reed's information. He can work with you on that. But right now, we had a special guest coming up at the end of the show, Clay Grubb. He got here a little early, so he jumped in the studio with us. He's going to join us for the first segment. Clay, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate it.
So, Trent, I know you know Clay in a lot of different capacities, but he's done a lot of work. His family's done a lot of work on the development side in Charlotte and across the Carolinas. It's great to have him here with us today.
Yeah, welcome, Clay, from me and from my family and from the Roby family. I've always looked up to Clay. Clay's a young man, and he's a mover and shaker in Charlotte. And he, from the outside looking in, he always, years ago, had seemed to do very well and was very hardworking. And then we had the opportunity to start working for his family personally on the custom construction side. And he always treated us very well, him and his great wife, Deidre, and their family. So through that, we happened to chance by business and stuff, sharing a business network together that actually Clay was one of the main guys, if not the main guy that introduced me to it. Actually, the original intro was Clay. Thank you, sir. And we built a good friendship. So it's
thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
It's the way the world spins, right? So Clay does real estate development, and then also from watching him and his firm during the recession, I think they capitalized on some good opportunities during the recession. And Clay, before the show started, you were telling us that you recently won some awards and got some recognition on some of your stuff. I did not know that you own the Charlotte Chamber, the building that the Charlotte Chamber now resides in, and you were saying that.
Yeah, well, we're excited. That's was an opportunity when we picked up a couple years ago with 80% of the building moving out, and we've always been fairly opportunistic at Grubb Properties, and we were excited to work with the Chamber to actually keep them in the building, and we did a full renovation, and it actually won Best Renovation for 2015 in Charlotte. So we're real proud of that.
Wow. Now, Clay, Grubb Properties is your firm. It's your family firm, right?
Yeah, we've been in real estate forever. My great-grandfather built one of the first steel and concrete high-rises in North Carolina back in 1909.
Wow.
So real estate definitely runs through the blood.
And you're from the Lexington area, is that right?
Correct.
Yeah. Yep.
Correct. So barbecue's a big deal, too.
Barbecue's a big deal. Man. Eastern, Western, we don't want to get it. That's a whole different conversation.
There's only one kind of barbecue. We'll keep that straight.
We'll leave it.
Well, how long have you been in Charlotte?
I moved here in 93.
Well, so you've been here 25 years plus.
Yeah, so we've loved Charlotte. Deidre's from Chicago, so being from Lexington, Charlotte was kind of our compromise city, and it's been a great one. And I started our office here in 93. Started our office division in 94, and it's been a good run. We're now down in Mississippi, up in Atlanta, and up in Richmond, and doing a lot down in Greenville, and starting to do a lot in Winston-Salem as well today.
And go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say your focus now is different than what it was maybe 10, 12 years ago when you first came to Charlotte?
Well, it's always been residential. And that's our background. My dad actually started this company building homes in red line neighborhoods, and he would provide financing with no markup because back then you didn't have the Community Reinvestment Act, and so the banks would discriminate against these minorities living in these neighborhoods. And so I always joke that the way he was able to justify having a not-for-profit finance division was he broke all the child labor laws. And so at the age of 12, I was in charge of collections for about 300 mortgages. And,
Trent knows all about that. That's
yeah. So, I'd be in homeroom and, somebody tell me about their new color TV and be like, I think your parents are 2 months behind on their mortgage. And I couldn't tell them that, but I called the parents that afternoon and be like, you can't live in a TV. You got to get your mortgage paid.
Some things never change.
Well, that's funny because I was thinking I was riding in the day. I'm dealing with. I own a couple rental houses that I bought. Made a little bit of money. That's all my dad taught me. He didn't teach me stocks and stuff like that. He was you save money and buy a rental house. Well, now I'm questioning whether I like having 7 or 8 little rental houses. But I was talking to a delinquent tenant coming in, and I was kind of laughing at myself. I was like, in my mind, I'm going to say what's up to Clay, and Clay deals with these big, awesome projects, and I'm over here hustling a little $650 a month rental house that I'm justifying because it's going to pay for my kids' college.
It all adds up.
No, I mean, my dad said that was how he got his allowance as a kid. There was a rental house, and he went and collected the rent, and he got to keep a cut of that for his allowance, and he'd ride his bike over there every week.
Well, the funny thing is I use it. I'll grab one of my daughters and take them with me every time, and I don't explain to them. I'm trying to kind of teach like my dad taught, really quietly. You figure it out later, but I say, "Come on, we're going over here." And what's this? And I'm like, "We own this house," and da 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 da.
It's fun.
It's good. Fun. It is fun.
Hey, you have to start early. You build that foundation, and when it goes back to your great grandfather building the building in 1909, it's great to. I'm sure for you, it's great to see that. Hang with us a little bit. We're going to do a couple other segments, but then you'll come back for the final segment.
That'd be great.
All right, awesome.
I appreciate it.
All right, Trent. When we come back, we are going to be joined by Reed Harkey from Harkey Tile and Stone. We're going to talk about outdoor kitchens. If you're thinking about doing one of those, stay with us. You're listening to the At Home with Roby show. Visit us today at andrewroby.com. That's Andrew, ROBY.com. Or you can always call us at 704-334-5477. Stay with us. We'll be right back.